Just a minute. હું પેલું કરી રહ્યો છું, YouTube live કરી રહ્યો છું.
વચ્ચે આખું દેખાતું હતું તુષાર.
હા હવે ફરી પાછું હું કરી જો. હવે દેખાતું હશે. Okay, fine. Now we can see.
Yes, now we are live also.
Okay, fine. Now it is, I think, 8:10 થઈ છે. અમારું આગળ કેમ ચાલવા મળ્યું? હમણાં તો ઝૂમ ના શેરના ભાવ બહુ વધી ગયા છે. સંભળાય છે ને?
ઓ સંભળાય છે.
ઓકે ઓકે. સતીશભાઈ યુટ્યુબ લાઈવ થઈ ગયા?
ફોન કરું.
Please start.
હેલો, ડોક્ટર સતીશભાઈ પંડ્યા આયા કે નહીં?
No, you can start.
ના, એ યુટ્યુબ લાઈવ થાય છે ને એટલે એમને મને કીધું થોડી રાહ જોઈએ 1-2 મિનિટ.
નગર YouTube live થઈ ગયું છે.
હેલો.
You please start.
ના, તમારો અવાજ નથી સંભળાતો. મેં તમને કહ્યું છે.
Metaverse નો જમાનો છે ભાઈ. YouTube ઓલરેડી ચાલુ થઈ ગયું. એની said you got it આવે ને, you got it એવો મેસેજ આવે એટલે મેટા ચાલુ થઈ જાય.
સતીશભાઈ પંડ્યાનો સ્ક્રીન ફ્રોઝન થઈ ગયું એટલે પેલા એનાથી આવે છે, મોબાઈલથી.
તમે સ્ક્રીન આગળ કરી જુઓ ટેસ્ટ.
હું કરી જોયું.
હા બસ, your screen, you are the master now, you start.
Just a minute.
You need to start. Live stream is on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now I will start this my lecture. Okay.
Okay,
Satish
Tushar
bhai,
sir has joined.
Yeah, આવી ગયા સાહેબ તમે? Okay, fine.
Satish sir has joined.
Okay, now guys, good morning with the Saturday morning, and happy to see everybody, my senior friends, my colleagues, and my classmates. Today I'm going to speak on metaverse in healthcare. The new era is coming in anesthesiology and in clinical practice. I'm an anesthesiologist working since last 30 years in Baroda city. So my lecture outline will be history, definition, which technologies are used in metaverse, types of metaverse, framework of metaverse, how metaverse is framed with all the companies in the world, what metaverse can do and how it works, applications of metaverse, what metaverse has created in the world. With metaverse, what can we do in the day-to-day life, even in our medical practice, layers of metaverse and companies building metaverse, how metaverse is looked in virtual platform today, tomorrow, and in the future. Metaverse in healthcare, real lecture with benefits and medical variables. First metaverse surgery in the world and in India. Metaverse in anesthesia, challenges of metaverse in healthcare. Recent real example of metaverse in social media, just 2 months back, it has came in the all newspapers in India. Conclusion, thanks and welcome to Metaverse World at the end of this lecture. So I will ask, what is the metaverse? I think this word since last 6 months is going in news media, print media, and everywhere else by this Facebook and everywhere. See, and people are very eager to see that what is the metaverse. So if you see that metaverse is a word with the two things, meta and verse. Metaverse word was first coined 30 years before in 1992 by dystopian science fiction novel by Snowcraze, written by Neil Stephenson. I think everybody must read this novel. It is available in Gujarati also. So the prefix meta, which refers to the virtual world, and suffix verse, which refers to the physical world, make them team metaverse. So we are in the both double way in the world. We are in the virtual world and we are in the physical world. It is also called as a next generation internet and form of the parallel universe accessible to users through virtual and augmented reality technology. Now, some of the technologies which you are not knowing, then I will describe in some details about this. Then you will come to know that how the metaverse is work in this parallel to these technologies. So definition of metaverse is, the metaverse is defined as the convergence of the physical, augmented and virtual reality. We are having a three types of reality, like we are just now in the presence, then we are augmented, then we see that virtually. It is a shared online space, and this environment allows human to interact socially and economically as an avatar in a cyberspace, which acts as a kind of metaphor or object for the real world, breaking down its physical or economic barriers. So in just simple words, you can go as an avatar in any part of the world. You can take, you can walk, you can sit and stand, you can have your presence as an avatar in that meeting also. So it is an extension of the physical world beyond the universe. You can see everything in your life with this metaverse. So metaverse is nothing but next level of internet, smartphone and social medias like Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter having one advanced layer in real time of virtual presence. Just now all social medias, all medical educations are going under artificial intelligence and machine learning and Internet of Things. Now we have a one layer advance in the form of metaverse. So which technologies are used for the metaverse? There are mainly 7 technologies are used in metaverse. First is artificial intelligence. Second is augmented reality, then virtual reality, mixed reality, blockchain, Internet of the Things, and 3D reconstruction. I will give some of the definition of all this technology and how it works. You can know that. First is artificial intelligence. Everybody knows that it is the ability of the computer or a robot controlled by a computer to do tasks that are usually done by human. So our all works will be done by the computer. So it is called artificial intelligence. It is one of the prime participant in the metaverse technology. Second is augmented reality. It is an interactive experience of the real world environment where the objects that resides in the real world are enhanced by the computer generated perceptual information. Whatever your dreams you are dreaming, that can be augmented with the reality, and that is called augmented reality. And it is sometimes across the multiple sensory modalities, including visual, auditory, haptic, somatosensory, and olfactory. Second is virtual reality. It is a simulated experience that can be similar to or completely different from the real world. Virtual reality typically incorporates auditory and video feedback. Third is mixed reality. It is a combination of this augmented and virtual reality. And it is a mixture of physical and digital world, unlocking natural and intuitive 3D human-computer environmental interaction. This new reality is based on the advancement of the computer vision, graphical processing, display technology, and input system. So I have told you, okay, you can walk, swim, even run in the metaverse. That is with the mixed reality. Now again, fourth term can, it is an extended reality. It is a mixture of virtual, augmented, and mixed reality. Now, Internet of the Things describe the network of the physical object. All these technology are combined through the Internet of the Things, and that are embedded with the sensors, software, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging the data. Then 3D reconstruction. Suppose you are going as an avatar in this metaverse. So exactly of your style of this means idol or something like exactly Dr. Tushar Choksi is going in avatar, then it will be seen as a Tushar Choksi only. So in computer vision and computer graphics, 3D construction is the process of capturing the shape and appearance of the real object. And now all these data are connected, and that forms a database. So it is called a blockchain. It is a type of the shared database that differs from the typical database in the way that it stores information. Like our Bitcoin, blockchain stores data in a blocks that are linked together by the cryptography. Now, some of the example of this technology in the metaverse, this augmented reality. We are experiences like Pokemon Go, some of the games in the, we are entering in that game and we are really playing with that creatures of that play on the internet. So it is called augmented reality. Virtual reality implies a complete immersion experience that shuts down the physical world. Mixed reality, which combines the elements of the both AR and VR with real world and digital interact. I told about extended reality. It covers all type of the various technology. Then artificial intelligence are examples like just now we are experiencing manufacturing robots, self-driven cars, smart assistant. Every car is connected with the smart assistant. That is called artificial intelligence. Blockchain, it is a chain of block like Bitcoin block containing information about the sender, receiver, number of Bitcoin to be transferred. And this is very important for the patient's data in our metaverse. 3D reconstruction is used in the medical field through the medical imaging equipment to create a 3D reconstruction of the original objects after scan of a person's body. Sometimes in joint replacement, you require an exact type of the knee joint. So at that type, 3D reconstruction comes in the way in the metaverse. And Internet of Things. All these technology are connected with a variety of sensors, alarms, camera, light, and microphones to provide security, wearable health monitors, smart factory equipment, ultra high speed, and wireless internet. So understanding all this technology, you will see that how metaverse is going in the world. Now there are 4 types of the metaverse. Metaverse, one is augmented reality, then life logging, then mirror worlds and virtual world. So all this like augmented reality, your reality is augmented. Life logging means all social medias are with this type of the metaverse. Mirror world means whenever you are doing surgery, then you can see, suppose you are doing surgery on the renal system or kidney, then you can see in 3D vision that kidney, you can go inside the vessels, you can go inside the pelvis, like that, mirror world. And virtual world, you can do any surgeries virtually with this way. If I am here in Baroda, then I can be present virtually in the even American theaters or London or OT, like that. So these are the examples like that way. How this metaverse build? So these are the frameworks for the metaverse, which are the requirement. Each bucket is necessary for the development of the metaverse, like hardware, computer, networking, virtual platforms, social medias, interchange tools and standards, payment services, and content service and assets. So he is the first person, Mark Zuckerberg. He is a CEO of this Facebook. He has popularized this term meta, and he has put a patent on meta word. It is the metaverse, defined mostly simply as a virtual world where people can socialize, work, and play. And it's $1 trillion of business. Believe me, first 10 best company in the world and most with assets, these are the software company with metaverse. So in metaverse world, you can stand, sit, move, walk through, dance, fly, swim. swim, ride through virtual vehicles, and virtually present in various places and spaces. So in near future, sensors like touch, smell, temperature, and other will be added in metaverse. It is already there. Touch and smell is already there in the temperature is also already in the metaverse. So what does the metaverse do? The metaverse is can do whatever you want. You dream it and it can do. It embed and link the immersive content. It inform, escape, tell stories. It gives your presence in any form. The metaverse is not a future. It is already here. It is a conversion about becoming, not simply being. How it works? Suppose you want to go in the metaverse, then you are immersed with the virtual reality, augmented reality, and whatever the technologies I have described through the gateway like phones, laptops, and sometimes it is a Microsoft company came with the HoloLens, then Meta company came with the Oculus, and you can see the metaverse and you will enter in the metaverse world. These are the application of metaverse which are used in social media, education, games, real estate, military, healthcare, and manufacturing. Almost all industries are using now metaverse. So what metaverse has created gamifications. Suppose you want to play a cricket in Wankhede Stadium. So you don't have a chance to play with any cricketers, but through metaverse, it is possible. Shopification. I will give a very real example. Suppose in Amazon, you want to buy some shoe pair, some good company shoe pair, then you will surf all this brand and everything. But you want to really visit the Italy's branded store, then you will go in the virtual world with that branded store shop. You can select the shoes and then you can pay through the metaverse. That is called as shopifications or Shopify. Experience of real estate. You can buy the real estate in the metaverse. You can have a experience of travel. You can visit any part of the world without traveling from your destination. Experiences of automotive, experience of learning and education, experience of fitness, experience of live music, real-time virtual presence, experience of safe healthcare. So metaverse will not simply be a place we go into, but metaverse will be everywhere around us. We do not have to jump in the metaverse. Metaverse around us is everywhere. Now with metaverse, what we can do in day-to-day life? These are the realities in today's life. I told you what I want to play cricket in Wankhede Stadium from my home. It is possible. I want to see English movie on Friday, first show from my home, but not in multiplex. It is possible. I will be virtually present that in multiplex. I will buy the ticket. I can see the movie. I want to travel whole world without traveling. I want to give anesthesia in any hospital from my OT. Even I am in one OT in the Baroda, then I want to give some of the anesthesia from in Ahmedabad. So I can be present as a virtual. I can form a metaverse OT. Then I can give anesthesia with my colleague. I want to attend any medical conference without my physical presence. It is possible. I want to attend wedding reception of my friend's son in other city virtually. I'll give this last sentence very good example at the end of my lecture. So welcome to reality and enjoy the journey. These are the 7 layers of metaverse. What requirement is for the metaverse? Infrastructure, like we are entering in 5G, and within 5 years we will be in the 6G, Wi-Fi 6, cloud, and GPUs. Then in human interface, mobile phones, smart glasses, wearables, haptic gestures, like this. We have to decentralize all this metaverse world. Then spatial computing, creator anatomy, economy, discovery, and experience. See, all these companies, currently 160 plus companies are operating across these 7 verticals, and they are together building the metaverse universe. So each companies are interrelated with each other. So one company is building some of this human interface, some companies for infrastructure, some is for decentralization. But these 7 companies building the metaverse right now, these are the biggest player in the world. These are all US companies. One is for the games, Fortnite, Meta, Niantic, Nvidia, Microsoft, Decentral, and Apple. All these are giants. They are entering the metaverse yug. We are telling that is metaverse age. In 10 years, we will say that our smartphone, our laptop, everything will go away, and we will be having some like wearable glasses, and you can create with your haptic all over everywhere. You can create a screens. So how metaverse looked in the virtual platform? Now, just now I am giving the lectures and you are all people are with the Zoom. Now Zoom and Microsoft Team, what they have started this, and it is real it is there. So you can see like this in next slide, how this metaverse meeting is going on. One person is a live, one is as a virtual avatar. So the idea of metaverse has incredibly potential, providing completely new approach to human interaction and connection. User can create AI-enabled avatars of themselves to interact the digital meeting. The recent change of Facebook name of Meta is evidence of the company's far-sightedness and vision that metaverse will save the internet in coming years. So this is the way the all future meeting will be like that. You can dance. See what Zuckerberg said, that suppose if you have a dance party in your home and you want to invite your friend from the distant, like from different countries or different cities, then he can join as a virtual avatar and he can dance with you. It is a reality. So this is the way. Even you can run with any roads, like I want to run on the marathon running on the Delhi road, so I can run on that road virtually. And this type of the meeting will be there. The metaverse signals the end of the era of the smartphone. We will be like that, we are meeting. So we all go accustomed to checking emails, doing work, paying bills and socializing over our mobile device. But all of that is transitioning over the new systems. So now everything will go away from the mobile phone. Mobile phone will be like a history now. We are going from 5G. 5G is just now entering in our age, and we will witness about 6G in another 10 years. And metaverse will be there with all this technology. Now coming to the main topic with our interest is metaverse in healthcare. Our health industry is also not behind. They have started using technologies like augmented reality, virtual reality, and artificial intelligence in software and hardware to enhance the proficiency of the medical device. It expands the reach of medical care to primary to tertiary patient with digital medicine. Suppose I want to visit any doctors in this MD Anderson Cancer Hospital, and that doctor is not available with me anytime, and I may not have the money, even I cannot have the time to reach. So I can meet him as a virtually as a patient-doctor relationship with metaverse. So metaverse benefits in healthcare. It reduces the surgical time. It improves the accuracy. It improves the communication. It motivates and entertain the patient. It improves the safety of the patient. It reduces the error in our all medical procedure. It reduces the training cost also. Increase the confidence, store patient data digitally. You can access the patient's data any part of the world. Restoration of the patient. So now some of the examples I will give with this metaverse. Metaverse in medical learning and training. This is the most useful example of this metaverse in medical. Metaverse is used in the training of doctors and medical staff to take learners within the human body, providing a 360-degree view of the elements or replicating the real world. Our first MBBS students do not have to go to the anatomy lab. They will just go through the, suppose if they want to see the kidney, then they create a metaverse kidney avatar, and they can see all the parts of the kidney through this metaverse training. Metaverse programs are used to simulate patients and surgical encounters, allowing medical students to visualize and practice new techniques. Even procedures like we are doing the sonographic medical blocks, means nerve blocks. Now it is in 2D form. I can see the nerves on the screen of this USG machine. Now I can see with the metaverse 3D images. So I can really see the nerves which going through one part to another part, and I can put a local anesthesia and I put 100% blocks. So medical schools are beginning to incorporate AR into their curriculum to provide students with valuable opportunities for hands-on learning. In some of the US schools, they have started this metaverse training in first year MBBS. Immersive experience could be recreated from real surgeries through metaverse, where students will sense the feel of the replayed real surgery as if they were the surgeons themselves. Suppose in first, second, third MBS, we are not allowed to do any surgical procedure or something like that. But in today's scenario, even after 10 years, patient can, or these students can do real surgery replay with this metaverse. Metaverse patient-doctor interaction. We will have a holographic patient consultation. Suppose our patients are far behind than our destination, then we can have a holographic patient consultation, remote expert consultation. We can training with simulation to our students. So with the promise of physically feeling and sensing the presence of human being, the doctor-patient interaction might be much more real in metaverse than it is today with available technology. Further advancement in virtual and augmented reality might make invasive investigation obsolete. Radiology is going very far ahead in this metaverse. By scanning the whole body or testing the few ml blood, the process of diagnosis will be complete much more efficiently. See, in 3D or this metaverse, in 10 years, you will believe that this CT scan, MRI, and sonography, they will be called as a metaverse MRI, metaverse CT scan, or metaverse sonography. And you can see the actual kidney inside and where exactly the tumor is lying with the metaverse technology. This is the way the world is going on. Now in metaverse, you are in the real, not in the real world, but you are in the virtual world. So if you're living in a metaverse, your physical self is supposed to stay at a constant place. So you will not get physical injury. And in short, it will be less likely to get physical injury in metaverse. And even infection, there is no infection because you are not physically going in the taking rounds and taking consulting and taking any just contacting the patient. So limited moving around means lesser chance of acquiring infection disease such as flu, COVID, and SARS. In this era of COVID, it is much more needed. Even surgical procedure, pre and post surgery assessment, it is very good in this metaverse. Building on the existing use of surgical robot, more complicated surgery are set to make increasing your use of AR and metaverse. Whatever the surgery is not possible, now it is 100% possible with this metaverse. Potential application range from the removal of the cancerous tumors or performing complicated spine surgery. These developments will further enhance surgical precision and flexibility of the complex procedure. I will come in the next slide, but first metaverse surgery done in USA with this technology. Pre-surgery and post-surgery assessment can also benefit from the use of augmented reality to optimize surgical outcomes. Even metaverse will transfer the patient's visit and support. In metaverse, the visit will be entirely virtual. An avatar will meet the doctors just like it happens during classical face-to-face appointment. So once the one of the best uses of themselves in the healthcare, one can imagine that making doctors visit virtual. Not all visits require physical examination by doctors, sometimes for just consultation. So everything is possible with patient doctors, this consulting. Wellness, fitness, and quality of life. Metaverse can help to improve quality of life for people with dementia, and the patients were better able to retrieve the old memories, which improved mood and provided positive mental stimulation. Even transforming family visit to patient through virtualization. See, in this example, I will say that some of my relatives, suppose my relative is admitted in the London hospital and I am not able to visit there. So I can visit virtually to any in any time on 24 hours with that metaverse as a visit or as a consulting. So in recent 2 years, a lot of hospital imposed restriction on the patient visit because of the COVID, and we can visit now this with virtually. And radiology is one of the main services in the healthcare that depends on technology. In last 10 years, we have witnessed a lot of development in technology, starting from scanner machine or software solution in unleashed new capability in this world. Radiologists can collaborate on medical images in 3D format while they are in different places or countries. So these are the medical variables available just now even in this world. That is from the Meta Oculus, then from the HoloLens from the Microsoft, then Meta Watch. Now all these smartwatches are out of the way and the Meta Watch will come in the market. You have to wear the glasses also like that. So Meta Oculus available in the Amazon at 40,000 to 50,000 rupees, and Microsoft HoloLens is available with the 40,000. So many companies came with the Metaverse applications and even Metaverse software. And this is the costliest VR headset from the VR engineers. See, before you enter in the Metaverse world, you must have to wear some of you must have a Metaverse t-shirts, Metaverse cap, Metaverse this type of glasses. And it is the first world VR headset that is with auto eye and embedded lip motion. So metaverse is going in one step ahead, that with your eye movement and with your lip motions, you can understand what your virtual avatar is doing in this platform. So in short, in metaverse healthcare, you can have a health education, you can have a surgery and procedure training, health training, and virtual visit, both the way with the patients and with the doctors. And he is the first surgeon. He's called Timothy Witham from the John Hopkins Hospital. He's a neurosurgeon. I call him as a first metaverse surgeon in the world. He did first metaverse surgery in just 2 years back, and he first surgery done on June 8. He has fixed 6 screws in the patient's spine for spinal infusion and for 3 vertebrae. And second surgery he has done on the chondroma, which it was not possible, and he has removed the cancerous tumors from the spine. So what he says, when using augmented reality in the operating room, it's like having a GPS navigator in front of your eyes in a natural way. So you do not have to look at the separate screen to see your patients. Even our India is not far behind. Immersive technology came in the market, and the first surgery in India done by AIMS people were the neurosurgeon Dr. Deepak Gupta has done first introduced the immersive touch VR platform to prepare for an extremely rare surgical procedure to separate the craniofugus twins. And what he says, we could see, feel, and study connected tissues, discuss anatomy, and examine surgical pathways. So our team of roughly 40 doctors from pediatric neurosurgery, anesthesia, plastic surgery, and cardiovascular science used to immersive touch platform to practice the surgery multiple times and plan the most effective surgical roadmap. So it converts the 2D medical images into 3D spatial models. So in short, metaverse is in the very good way in the this medical world. So no need for expert consultation in foreign countries. With metaverse, you can visit any part of the world. We will be a Superman with an X-ray vision. In short, through metaverse, medical consultation, metaverse medical education, metaverse pharmacy, even mass data enriched metaverse treatment modalities, pre-planned surgeries and anesthesia, online pain management, and even psychiatric stimulation to remove post-traumatic stress syndromes are reality today. These all are happening just now, and the in future you can think what metaverse will do in the healthcare. In India also, some of the companies are coming as a with augmented reality and virtual reality way. Dr. Neeraj Raj's Immersive, Raman Talwar's Simulins, Anuj Mathur's Q3 Technologies, and Vijay Karunakaran's TNQ in Engage. So these are the healthcare company for the metaverse. They are coming in the market for Indian scenario. Now you just see that how this metaverse is will be in the future. See, in training part, you can create your own skull. You can see the inside the skull. This is with the 3D reconstruction. You can remove the some of the part of the skull. You can see inside the skull. You can see all the vessels on the face in details. You can remove the maxilla bone also from that. You can see all parts of the body with this technology. You can measure also. Even you can see the inside the heart by transacting virtually. You can go inside, you can have like that. You can see all the walls and chambers in the heart. This is really good technology. So we never thought that we could see inside the brain, but now we can do this using 3D models. Even smallest tumor in the brain or smallest tumor in the any part of the or body organ, we can come out with the metaverse technology. Now this Augmedics, it is the first metaverse company which started a Israeli company that started a metaverse in that technology and in healthcare. And through these Augmedics, this John Hopkins surgeon has done this surgery. Even Stryker, the laparoscopic giant, and Zimmer Bioport, that is orthopedic giant, that came with a very good way in the this metaverse part. And now these technologies are even emerging with these orthopedic procedures and laparoscopic procedure in a very advanced way. Even Microsoft came in with Microsoft Teams with a virtual avatar like that. They can go through the 3D models of the human body. And so Microsoft acquired a VR company, Ultraspace VR, in the 2007, and has since implemented metaverse features such as virtual avatar and meeting held in virtual reality in the Microsoft Teams. Just now also in Microsoft Teams, if you are doing this meeting, then we can put our avatar in that meeting. And various procedure using a VR headset, this allows the surgical student to perfect. The University of the Connecticut, I told you in the before that they have started in first year training, this metaverse training. More people choose to teleconsultation and home-based healthcare. And these are the company came with the apps and applications metaverse for educational, assistive, therapeutics, organ and muscle group, individuals and populations. These are the pioneers in this metaverse companies with other companies. Now I'll come with the metaverse in anesthesia in my topic. What we can do in metaverse in anesthesia? We can do pre-anesthetic checkup virtually. Just now I'm going to visit my pre-anesthetic checkup at the each and every hospitals, sometimes with the video call. But now I want to take the temperature, I want to take the pulse rate, I want to take the BP in pre-anesthetic checkup, I want to put a ECG, I want to see as a ECG. So I have a metaverse anesthesia consulting. I will be called as a metaverse anesthesiologist. So it is possible now. Actual seeing anatomy in regional anesthesia and actual anatomical complication by wearing VR headset. So just now we are doing all blocks and everything with USG guided. Now it is definite block will be done by 3D model with 3D USG machine, 3D MRI, 3D CT scan. Even used to educate the patients, virtual teaching and training. We can teach my subordinates, my juniors everywhere in the world. If I am doing some training program, then I can tell them, okay, you remain as a virtually present in my this procedures, and you can see that. Even conference and seminars, now we see that in last 2 years there is a hybrid conference, some physical plus this webinar. Now it is called as a hybrid with metaverse. So with avatar presence, aiding health to any distant colleagues to alleviate post-operative pain. So in my term, I call as a digital anesthesiologist and digital patients. It is like that. Our smartphone will go away, our monitors will go away. We will create our own screen. We will create our own virtual everything virtually, and we will be here. See, the requirement of metaverse to enter in the metaverse world is you must have some variables. With these two stick joy, you can create everything. Like that, you can see behind the screen that some of the screens. Even I can create my virtual theater in any part of the world. The same operation theater I can virtually do in my bedroom also. So I can operate from there. This is the way. But some of the challenges in healthcare, the coin has two sides. Privacy and security in metaverse. Healthcare is one of the biggest industries that suffers from the data security breaches, and the price of this data is considered one of the pricey data in the world. A lot of patients become more aware of the privacy and security of their healthcare data, and they have more concerns and they consider it kind of sensitive. Sometimes it is a very high cost of technology. I told you that glasses are available from 40,000 to even 7 lakh rupees. So to enable the full potential of metaverse in healthcare, it will require a high-tech hardware like glasses, gloves, sensors, other variables that can be read the vital signs of the patients. And the hardware cost is still not cheap and cannot be afforded by the whole society. But if you see the scenario of even smartphone era, the smartphone which was available at 1 lakh rupees, just now it is available at 10,000 rupees. So downline the 10 years, it will become a very cost will go down. This technology will be limited only those who can afford it. In addition to this, the device will always continue to evolve and modernize. Therefore, taking advantage of new capability will also require the purchase of new equipment in line with the development. That is like smartphones, they are almost updated more than once a year. Even interoperability. See, Microsoft should work with the combination with Meta. Meta should work with the combination with NVIDIA. NVIDIA should work with the even immersive. So interoperability is one of the main digital health challenges all over the world, even the most advanced healthcare system. And the biggest disadvantage is metaverse world also sometimes with fraud, sex abuse, and antisocial activities. And for that, strict cyber laws and regulations are necessary in future. Just recently past, you must have read in the Times of India or something like one lady entered in the metaverse as the avatar, and she was abused in this other avatars in that, and they have touched her, and they have done some sex abusing, and so these are possible now. So some strict rules should be there by the government. And the D-Health company from the British, it is the world first healthcare metaverse from D-Health. See, these British peoples are always ahead than this. They have got an excellent NHS system. So this British non-profit organization is revolutionizing the healthcare industry. The company announced that the start of the creation of the decentralized metaverse, which will take millions of doctors and patients to a new world. There they can work, interact with each other in full 3D format and earn visual assets by selling their anonymized medical data. And this is the real events happen in Chennai just 15 days before wedding reception of the metaverse in Chennai, first wedding reception in the world, where 6,000 people have joined across the world. Only physically 100 were present. And all people have enjoyed the reception of these two guys. Food served at their physical destination by food delivery. And everybody was given between 8 to 9 in the evening time, the food delivery at their destination. Suppose I am attending this reception in Baroda, then I was served by Zomato or this Swiggy, the food. And this was first arranged in Asia on 6 February. Even the best part is that it is also attended by bride's dead father creating his avatar. So what else you require? So I told you, okay, even our father and mother, they are not there, then they can see our marriage or reception like that, our sons or daughters as a avatar. And this is real. Now there are 5-6 reception has and wedding has done in India so far. And this is the way the world is going on. So in conclusion, metaverse is in early development stage, but still it is, and it will be a part of people's lives in all healthcare fields, including anesthesia for medical education, disease diagnosis with treatment and disease prevention. The metaverse technology will transform healthcare and anesthesia practice in the near future if it came with a true innovation to meet people imagination and expectation. Healthcare is not only about treating the symptoms, but also about treating the condition causing the symptoms. This can be facilitated by the virtual reality, augmented reality, and artificial intelligence solution in the metaverse. Metaverse technology holds limitless prospects in the healthcare field. It must be developed in a way that it does not go beyond the human relationship between the patient and doctor, respecting each other and privacy security. Metaverse holographic 3D images show inside the organs, essentially for training, surgical procedure, and diagnosis. In future, HoloLens wearables and holographics, USG, MRI, CT scan will be changed the healthcare and anesthesia world. Finally, companies, healthcare workers, and creators will have to figure out how to create this technology in a way that it is not only safe for the patients, but also meet the human aspect and respect. So at the end, medical metaverse will be advanced through existing technologies and integrated with new themes like telehealth and digital therapeutics. So my verdict is I'm looking forward to the next decade future for this exciting metaverse development that will help our medical community and our patient to get the best access state-of-the-art healthcare. And in my terminology, I call the metaverse in healthcare as a metaverse, new mode of healthcare. I have removed T and I put a D. So thank you guys and welcome to the metaverse health world. And I am an anesthesiologist and still now metaverse resident. So you can ask me anything if I am able to answer. Thank you. Hello.
Sorry, I was muted. So thank you, Dr. Tushar. It was an awesome journey into the future. And before I open the house for discussion, my laptop got hung, so I could not introduce Tushar formally. It's always a pleasure to introduce someone who is so close and you know him personally. So
Yeah.
Tushar is associated with Saturday Club of Baroda for a long time. Since his young days, I think he has been associated with Dr.
Since 40
Satish Shah.
years.
Dr. Satish Shah, who is the founder of the Saturday Club. So I have
Now,
seen him
for
always
the
there.
Satish bhai, for Saturday Club, I will tell that since 40 years we were doing this physically as a physical.
I
Now
know,
with
I
the
know.
era of the smartphone and internet, we are doing it virtually. Now
No,
you think that after 10 years we will do with the Metaverse Saturday Club with
Yes, so
presence of
as we were chatting earlier, no, Saturday Club will become immortal. Our avatars will conduct Saturday
our
Club.
altar will conduct.
So to complete Tushar's introduction, he is a multifaceted personality. Apart from being anesthesiologist and being associated with so many reputed hospitals in Baroda, he is founder of TIV and OFA Facebook groups in India. He's a national and state level speaker. He started smartphone and tele-anesthesia practice in India and started infographics in anesthesia. And two interesting thing is he is a visual storyteller and a vlogger and a national origami teacher. So many hats he is wearing. So thank you, Tushar, for this great efforts. I realized that you must have spent a lot of hours in preparing this presentation.
Yeah, I prepared for since last 18 days. But I want to see first that how Metaverse looks, and then I went into this Metaverse world. Then every part of the corner of this Google searching and this with healthcare, I gone through all the newspapers cuttings and everywhere. Then I have created. I want to show my colleagues that how Metaverse will change the world. This is just glimpses of this trailer of this Metaverse.
One lesson which I learned was that I should not buy a new smartphone anymore. I should wait for Metaverse. and I also wonder whether we'll have virtual patients only or we'll have some real patients also to look after.
That depends upon everybody's.
Anyway, there was a question from Dr. Sulin Trivedi, and that was regarding his apprehension, which you already actually address, and that is criminal aspects of using this technology. So I think you already answered, but he also says about clinical examination. Will clinical examination die with the use of Metaverse?
In clinical examinations, I told you that means what type of clinical examination?
I think he's asking about examining the patient fully. I think that's possible with Metaverse. No? Without clinical examination, we'll not make any diagnosis.
Yeah.
Then there are some interesting comments like, say, will marriages be outdated?
No, not like that. See, just recently we had a conference in Ahmedabad. We were supposed to have a physical presence of 6,000 people. Now only 1,000 people attended with the physically and 5,000 people were virtually present, means on this webinar. So it is like a combination of this and that. So even marriages or seminars or anything will be like three-way. Virtual presence and this metaverse. So the
I
days
think it
will
was
come.
more in a lighter vein, but Jagdish also has commented on about what about consent. After a few years, it will be difficult to distinguish between original and avatar. Jagdish, you want to speak about it? I mean, it's just a lighter, comment in lighter mode, or you want to say something?
Anybody wants to comment, then they are most welcome.
Yeah, Jagdish.
I think he has left.
No, he is there, but he is muted.
Yeah.
Jagdish, we can't hear you. Okay, meanwhile.
I think voice is cutting.
Yeah. So I take up another question from Dr. Ashutosh Rathod, and that is about, he says, sir, how will the surgery happen? You mean we wear these gadgets, get extended reality, hold instruments, do surgery in the air, and robo at some other place will do the real surgery? This is, a reality check that how exactly it happens.
See, just now in robotic surgery, what happens? The surgery is outside the operation theater and just moving it is since 30 years they are doing robotic surgery. Now with artificial intelligence, they will see actually the surgical part, and they are really present with the surgical field. Now with metaverse, they can see actually the anatomy of this patient, and they will do surgery themselves only, but they will have a, suppose if kidney is exposed and if they do not want to open the kidney, then they can see the holographic images with virtual screen. I have told about in this my slide, one of the slides.
So it will require
this wearable
high-end
glasses,
technology on both the
yeah,
sides, no?
yeah, both the sides.
At the operator
is
side
right.
as well as at the
So surgeon
real,
has to wear the glasses. This Oculens and this HoloLens, these are available. So you will have a virtual world with that, and you can, means technology should be there. Extended reality, augmented reality, virtual reality, and this is coming in the market now. I have not seen, but this is what I consume that.
Right. Any comments from any other people in the audience?
Audible, Satish?
Yes, Jagdish, you can comment.
Yeah, thank you, Tushar sir, for that brilliant talk. I mean, very fantastic talk. Just one or two things. There is a very interesting book called on the dark side of doing this of metaverse, and that is by Mary Eichen. Mary Eichen is one of the most she's a cyber psychiatrist.
Oh.
So she basically looks at how criminals use this system for doing whatever they do. And what she cautions actually is on how children will react to this. And that is a very dangerous thing, because as it is, most of our children are living in virtual worlds. They are not living in the actual world. And for a whole society, this is going to be a very dangerous precedent. So I think what we need is a very good regulation of this. Otherwise, we will end up with a whole generation of people who don't know the real world at all. They'll be just living in their virtual worlds forever. And then after that, they'll have only virtual friends. They'll only be attending virtual parties. And then it will become a very, very big problem for society. Because yes, this technology is excellent, but sociologically and psychologically, it's going to be a dangerous precedent. So we need to be very clear, very, very careful, because we know the havoc that Facebook has done to our children and teenagers. So I think we need to be careful about such technology in pushing it into the common public. It can be used for certain very clear indications like medical, which is definitely a great boon. But otherwise, if you push this into the common society and especially children, it will be a very dangerous precedent.
Maybe.
That is very true.
The problem is technology moves much faster.
Cyber laws are required, strict cyber law. Like when internet came, the pornography sites in India, they were banned totally. So like that, we have a control, have a control, like all smartphones are coming with a parent control like that. So I think in future also some type of laws will be there, and it will be a blazing and disguise both the way. But we have to accept this technology, other than there is no matter how.
Yeah, that is true for any new technology. It has both the sides, pros and cons. So
yeah,
as Jagdish said from the beginning only, we should be very careful about using this technology. Asutosh has made an interesting comment that all metaverses like Axie Infinity, Sandbox, and Dreamland work only on crypto. There is an Indian version too, Xeon's verse. So there is a high possibility that crypto is going to be legal in India. What are your views? Okay, crypto is again a very popular topic.
So I think blockchain technology is everywhere. So I'm not in the position to comment, but I think nobody will prevent this Bitcoin currency in India also, because government has put a tax, one side tax on the 30% tax on this Bitcoin. And so indirectly they are regularizing and giving comments that you start this. So I don't think anybody wants that to comment. Then
I will invite someone to talk about crypto in future.
Yeah.
But sticking to the present topic, I think Jagdish Bhai wants to say something. Jagdish Bhai, please.
Yeah, I wanted to tell that technology moves much faster than what regulation and people who regulate can move about.
Yeah.
So regulations come very late and technology moves very much faster. So harm is already done.
Yeah, but we cannot shy away from the technology advances.
Yeah,
is
This is,
we cannot. It is going to move faster.
this is the one of the example of Zoom meeting. People have switched over to Zoom meeting very fast. And now you see that our Saturday club only, out of from average of membership from 30 to we have become more than 100, 150.
Yes.
So
yes.
this is the way the technology is moving. So it is a blessing sometimes. I don't know. Okay, after 10
No, it
years,
is
what
always
will
a
happen?
blessing. Only thing we have to use it judiciously. That
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
Jagdish said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if there are no more comments, I think it's time to wind up.
Yeah.
So thank you, Tushar, for taking us into
very
a
nice.
beautiful world ahead, and we look forward to such
No,
more
I'm very
talks
much
in future.
happy that I am with you, all the seniors and everybody. With even Satish Bhai is there.
Thank you all.
Satish
So
Bhai,
we
few words from you,
Thank you.
sir.
Satish Bhai,
Satish
સાહેબ
Bhai.
બોલું છે સાહેબ કઈ તમારે?
સાહેબ unmute કરો.
Saib, for others who do not know, Satish Bhai has always been a very techno-savvy person. I mean,
Satish Bhai,
I've
તમે
seen
unmute
him,
કરો, unmute.
I've seen him using the latest gadgets.
Unmute કરો,
Every time
unmute.
anything
હા,
would
હવે
enter
unmute
in
કરો.
the market and he would be using it first. Satish Bhai, please.
સંભળાય છે બધાને સંભળાય છે
સાહેબ સંભળાય છે.
For Satish Bhai, first of all, I will comment one thing for Satish Bhai. Satish Bhai is always ahead of technology.
Yes.
I am experienced and witness of since last 40 years with him. At this age, he uses all the technologies.
સાહેબ બોલો સાહેબ.
About 50 years ago, we attended a computer training course that was meant for engineering students.
Yeah.
And before the days of this internet, it was a C dot language.
Yeah, C dot from Microsoft.
And we went there, and that got us into the computer.
Yeah.
It was a very, very primitive system.
Even I know that
started everything.
Dr. Satish Bhai brought a computer from America in 1987, and that was the first computer in Baroda even. And we had seen that computer. It was 232 KB only, not even MB.
Yeah.
So, thank you for those comments, sir. So we end the meeting here. We meet next Saturday again, and I'll announce the topic and speaker in the coming days. So thank you all for joining.
And one suggestion from all of you that any good speaker is there for Saturday Club, please contact me or Dr. Satish Bhai Pandya, and we can invite him by our platform, and we can have his good talk.
Thank you.
Satish,
sir. Sir.
next Saturday, Shilpan is giving a talk from here.
સાહેબ
Oh,
મારે
very
વાત થઈ
nice,
ગઈ
very
છે.
nice.
મારે વાત થઈ ગઈ છે. હું ફ્લાયર બનાવીને મૂકી દઈશ એક દિવસમાં. He has contacted me. I got all the CV and photograph and everything. So I will announce it in a day or two in our